Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and this is the recently updated Hyundai Tucson, the best selling vehicle in the Hyundai lineup. This is the inline trim. Like I said, it was unwrapped here at the New York International Auto Show. Stick with me, we'll go on a quick tour. It is springtime here in East Texas, and you know what that means? The pollinating is happening. Thanks to our friends at CarCover.com, we were able to get a custom perfect fit car cover for my 2013 Chevy Cruze. They know it's important to keep your car protected, and what they sent me was their Gold Shield 5L car cover, which beats all its competitors for many reasons. It resists all types of extreme weather conditions, such as snow, and is 100% waterproof and water resistant. This is the ultimate car care cover for storing your vehicle and protecting it while outside. The soft fleece lining is sure to protect your vehicle's paint and finish while it is underneath. And this car cover was so simple to install, I was able to do it myself for the very first time in under 15 minutes. It comes with a couple clips for the front and the back, and a lockable cable to secure it across the middle. So this car cover is not going anywhere, and it will help me keep all that pollen out here in the springtime in East Texas. Huge thanks to CarCover.com for providing us with this Gold Shield 5L cover for my Chevy Cruze. You can get one for yourself. Simply follow the link down in the description below and enter promo code GTGarageTalk in the coupon field at checkout for a discount off your first order. Yes, Gearheads, I am at the 2024 New York International Auto Show where Hyundai has unveiled an updated version of their Tucson. The story definitely starts, as per usual, with us here at GT Garage Talk under the hood. This being the best-selling vehicle in Hyundai's lineup, you get a full range of powertrain options from full internal combustion to hybrid to plug-in hybrid. You can see, because it is labeled thus right there, plus all the bright orange cables, that this is the hybrid model using a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder mated to a hybrid electric drive, good for a total system output of 231 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, thanks to a 47.7 kilowatt electric motor, which has been bumped up from the previous generation. We also get a plug-in hybrid using the same 1.6 liter turbocharged 4, making a robust 268 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. And then you get the standard gas engine using a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. So many different options here under the hood of the Hyundai Tucson. As we close the hood, we can talk about what sets the 2025 Tucson apart from other previous year models of the Tucson line, and that is this new expressive but updated face on the Tucson. Still, we get those integrated hidden running lights up front, but the shape and design have changed ever so slightly. And then we get those divorced headlights that are here on the side. Very big side curtain here, channeling air around the front of the vehicle, which is very nice. And it just, overall, the look is much more cleaned up and a little bit more aggressive in the overall scheme of things. This, again, being the inline, the performance model, you get the inline badge there, you get the blacked out Hyundai H in the grille, a lot of black accents to contrast against this matte gray finish. I really like the look of it. Gives it a sleek, clean look as we peer around it. As we come to the side, we can talk about wheels and tires. The in-performance division is winning awards left and right. In fact, I'm just gonna peek up over here. That baby blue Ioniq 5N just won World Performance Car of the Year. So that in means something when Hyundai puts it on vehicles. This being the inline is not a full performance. It's more of an appearance pack than anything else. So yeah, I guess we're kind of watering it down a little bit like BMW has been doing with their M designation over the past few years, but very cool, interesting wheel design here. wrapped in Michelin Primacy all-season tires. These are 235/55 R19s, so 19-inch wheels wrapped in Michelin Primacy all-season tires. As we pull out and check out the side of the vehicle, I do believe they've kind of massaged the overall look here on the side. In this matte, it's a little bit harder to see, but you definitely have all those angles and cuts and creases on the side of this one. This being the Inline, we also get black accents instead of all the bright satin and chrome work that we typically see on the sides of the vehicles. As we move to the inside here, this is where the story has really changed the most. They have updated the interior. Gone is that dual cockpit style design with the smaller 10.25-inch screens. We get much larger screens in here. If you'll remember, that design also trickled its way down to the doors with the design lines on the previous model going all the way down the doors. So a little bit of work and attention has been done to the doors as well, but generally keep the same design theme. We do get a little bit of gloss plastic here, which you can see is already accumulating dust here at the show. So that is not my favorite. Perhaps the only blemish on the design of the car is gloss black, especially where your hands are going to find themselves. We do get some storage down here, multi-way positional seat with two-way lumbar. And again, exclusive to this being the Inline version, very unique seats. We've got this interesting cloth inset area wrapped in the H-TEX around the outside. You can see we do have side airbags, but I love all the red accents on this one. It really gives it a nice sharp look. As we dig into this one, I'm going to try and get my light on as bright as I possibly can to show you some of the interior features. There we go, like the embossed or the raised in designation here on the seat. I'm going to go ahead and pop in because the experience here in the front of it has changed over the previous model. Again, gone is that kind of dual cockpit look of the previous version. Here we get twin 12.3-inch screens, so the screens have grown over 2 inches to be a much larger screen real estate. Standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is wireless now, so that is a nice touch. We get the Hyundai logo badge here in their Morse code for H. So they're removing the H from all their steering wheels. We've seen that when we drove the Santa Fe. We've seen that in their Ioniq line. That is now trickling down to all their gas vehicles as well. You can see we have a leather-wrapped steering wheel with perforations here on the sides, more red stitching, all your typical Hyundai controls here, and very similar materials to the outgoing model, just a slightly different design. You may be wondering what this is right here. It is a camera watching my eye line, making sure I am paying attention. That is a first for Tucson. And then I'm going to go ahead and pan around at me. Can we just get a huge round of applause for the team at Hyundai for actually listening to consumers? One of my biggest complaints of the previous models were the lack of knobs and physical buttons. Everything was capacitive touch, including volume controls, including temperature controls. And Hyundai has, in fact, listened. Look at this. Dual level or dual zone climate controls with actual knobs here. You can see the digital readout here in the middle. We get further readouts right here. And then volume and tuning knobs. So yes, huge kudos to the team at Hyundai for listening and bringing those back. So gone now is that kind of waterfall center stack, and we get a new design here with the gear selector being moved, much like the Santa Fe and the Ioniq products, to the center or the steering column here. We do also get a dual function USB-C port here, whether it could be power or interface with the screen up here. Then we get a charging only. We also get a cigarette lighter style plug right there. Deep well of storage right here. So instead of having under hidden storage underneath something. It's kind of out and more exposed. We get a Qi wireless charger that is actually raised, which is good for these huge camera bumps that we're getting now. Forward and aft cup holders, which is nice. A few physical buttons here for your cameras, your parking, your downhill descent control, your different drive modes, and you can lock it into all-wheel drive instead of waiting for the H-TEX system to figure out when to send power to those rear wheels. I will note from the Santa Fe drive that Hyundai has yet to give us, in anything I have driven, an adjustment for just how fast downhill descent control will go for you. So perhaps that is a future upgrade. Center console is deep and fairly spacious, but again, we get some more gloss black plastic up here that you can see is showing more dust. You can store some stuff here, but you're probably going to scrape it up just a little bit as well. Additional storage is now here in the dash. Again, getting rid of that dual cockpit design allows for more storage here. We do have some rubberized storage here as well. Vent placement has been moved. Very anxious to see how this vehicle lives over the course of a week of ownership with it. I'm very much looking forward to getting to spend some time with one. We liked the last one we had with a few caveats now fixed here with physical controls. But that is the front seat. You saw I had plenty of headroom at 5'10" up there. Coming to the back seat, not much has changed back here. I do want to call out, though, we get a repetition of the seating materials back here in the back. So everything that we saw up front, from the red contrasting stitching to these unique cloth inserts wrapped in H-TEX here on the side, is carried over back in the back. No shades on the back windows, but very similar design. Not a lot has changed to the doors from the previous generation. You can see these seats do recline. It is 60-40. Fortunately, the 40% is here on the driver's side. It's a little bit backwards for me. Now, our family operates things, but getting in, you actually sit down a little bit in it, which isn't too bad. We do have some storage nets on the back. We get some air vents on the back, USB-C ports on the back, not on the seats. But this H-TEX is really nice. As we look up, you can see we do get a nice large panoramic roof with a very large opening glass section. This is a portion that opens back here over me that is fixed in place. We do also get a fold down center armrest with a couple cup holders. And this seat, I can tell you already, whoo, very bright light at my face. This is its most upright position, and at 5'10", yeah, my hat is touching where the roof comes down for that panoramic roof. But you can see I do have a lot of nice recline back here, so I could get very comfortable, and legroom is absolutely not a problem here. This is a very comfortable, compact crossover that is not so compact. Really like the space and the room in this one. But we're going to come around now and check out the back. Again, this being the inline, instead of the bright work shiny bits here on the sides, we get black plastic, gloss black plastic that really kind of mutes this and makes it a little more understated in its approach, especially again here with this matte gray finish. Coming back to the back, you can see H-TEX all-wheel drive and hybrid. So this is using that hybrid system. This is not the plug-in hybrid. This is the traditional hybrid system, which I have found is a really good system all the way around. We do continue to get the same taillight treatment back here with the LED light bar that goes all the way across the back. Turn signals are actually down here, which I feel is a little odd and weird, especially living in Texas where I do, where most of the pickup trucks sit way over the height of this vehicle. But there are your turn signals. They do look to be incandescent. We get a dual exit exhaust, but it is on the same side. We do have a power hatch back here. This does have Hyundai's smart key system, so you can just have the key in your pocket and stand back here. It'll beep at you before it opens. And then, my goodness, when it does, look at all the space you get. Tons of space. So not only did we have a lot of space in that second row of seats, but we get a lot of space back here behind it. And if you need even more, there you go. You simply pull on those handles and those seats go forward. in a rather dramatic fashion, and you can see just how flat that opens up for you. We do have top tethers all the way across, even though the child seat anchors are only on the outboard seats, but a very nice, very usable rear storage area. We no longer have it, but we had a Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk that this absolutely eclipses in interior space, front, middle, and back of the vehicle as well. And then we get some additional storage space with this multi-positional rear shelf. So you can see we've got more vertical cargo space in this now. Dropping this down, that does eliminate your flat load floor here and your flat load floor here, but that is completely up to you on what you want to do. You can raise that up. And now we've got some underfloor storage here. Hyundai has put this styrofoam mat in here with a few different compartments. So if you want to hide some things under here, you absolutely can. This also does come with an available roller shade, so you can hide things even further back here. So lots of storage options here in the Hyundai Tucson, updated for 2025. Go ahead and show you on 510. Here's your hatch opening. Not a lot has changed. This really is more of a mid-cycle refresh, updated interior tech, updated visual designs inside and out, and a rather stunning vehicle all the way around. I really liked the last 2023 we had. Actually, that was a 2024. We had a limited all-wheel drive that stickered just over 40,000, and I really do think that this is one of the bargains in the segment. It is very roomy, very spacious. It's quite the looker, I think, and here for 2025 we get some updated looks. I will go ahead and pan over here because we do have an XRT model that I want to show you before I leave. A little more rugged look to it. We get 18-inch wheels wrapped in some Krugen tires from Kumho. They're all-terrain-ish, but yes, definitely not an off-road tire. And then again, more dark work on the sides of the vehicle versus the bright work of perhaps, say, the Limited there in the middle. All the way around, it just gives a more rugged appearance. I really like this green. But I can definitely tell you the Inline would be more of what I'm interested in, the Inline or the Limited, because those are the two that appeal most to me. Soft rotors, maybe not so much. I do look forward to getting to test these in a real world environment very soon. If you want to see that when it happens, absolutely hit the subscribe button down below. Ring the bell so you're notified every time a new video drops. Follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it. You go to GT Garage Talk or go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, at the Hyundai booth of the 2024 New York International Auto Show, till next time, gearheads, bye.